What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a live deadline stream for Game Week 10. We are literally just over 1 hour away from the game week, which is about to begin. A lot of decisions have been made, a lot of transfers have been made, a lot of knee-jerks have been made, so we'll go through all of that today. I hope you guys are okay and you guys are well. So we'll go through a lot of the key decisions that we have done and we have taken. So there's some major injuries. There have been some major breakouts in terms of team news. We'll go through all of that. We'll discuss everything in greater detail. So what's going to be happening today? So we'll talk about captaincy decisions, common questions, injury updates, players to target, players to avoid, fixture swings. We'll talk through all of that as well. So let's see who we've got in the house today. So we've got Shaggy first up. Good morning, Shaggy. Car Race Skills, hi, good morning. I hope you're well. Shaggy, hello Mo. Have a great game week. Thank you so much. I need a great game week without making sure I always rely on Mo Salah, who saved me time and time again. Shaggy saying he's taken a -8 because my goalkeeper Raya got injured. Yeah, that was a bit of a surprising one because when I went on the team selection the other night and I saw a flag next to him, I was quite surprised by that. But he's been phenomenal so far this season. And defensively, Brentford have done well. Apologies for that at home. So it'd be very interesting to see how the defence now copes without their main, goalkeeper in the back line. But yeah, -8. I mean, that's, to be fair, I'm not going to lie to you, -8, -4 is pretty common this week, so I wouldn't think too much around it, boss. Sam, hey Sam, good morning. I hope you're well. Fahad is back. Good evening. Breaking news: Salah wants to leave Liverpool to join Tottenham as they're planning to play Man United. What I was saying the other day. I think we were talking the other day between our friends, and I was like, I bet Salah just turns around to his teammates and just goes, I don't know what the hype was about playing Manchester United. But yeah, it was an absolute masterclass last week, guys. Looking good, Mo, with a fresh trim. Thank you. I was saving it up, by the way, guys, for this time. I just got a bit of time now, so I managed to get it. I wanted to grow it out from the top a bit because it was a bit short, so I had to grow the sides a bit more. But yeah, got it through. Feel fresh. Thank you. Sam, looking great, Mo. Nice one. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I look like a completely different person, right? Smaller beard. But yeah, I mean, Rafinha's still got the yellow flag, which is quite off-putting. But after hearing Bielsa midweek and yesterday in the press conferences, it does look like he's going to feature in the game. So let's have a look at him in a bit more detail. So I've had a lot of questions around Rafinha. I stuck with him in my play. So he's 75% likely to play. So if you look carefully at the Newcastle and the West Ham games, he then had a niggle as well. But he played around the hour mark, so 66 and 68 minutes. I think against Norwich, what makes this even more likely that he'll feature in the game. So I think he's probably going to do the same, probably feature about 60 to 65 minutes. He won't play the full 90. I think what the significance is the whole relegation part. So Bielsa would definitely want to get him fit because I'm still not sure about Bamford being available for today. But you've got Norwich away. There's a relegation battle effectively because they're both teams that are struggling to get points, to get wins, to keep clean sheets, even though Norwich got a clean sheet last week. But what they got a couple of weeks ago, they got a clean sheet. What I'm trying to say is it's very, very difficult for Rafinha to not play this game because of the magnitude of it. So I think he will feature. We'll just have to wait and see how much he features. And I think he's definitely going to have a say in this game. So let's wait and see. I'm not going to react too quickly. We'll take it game by game. And I've got cover on the bench in terms of Zaha. Zaha would be playing every single game week of my game week if I didn't have 3 Man City, defence line in terms of Edison in goal and Diaz and Cancelo. If it was generally just this week being played, I probably would have gone Livramento out. He's playing Watford, I know, but this is what the team generally would have looked like as a starting lineup. But at the moment, I have to just hope that Man City can keep a clean sheet because that will go a long way to solidifying my good score this game week. Thank you, everyone who's joining. Thank you for all your messages. Let's get stuck into your questions. Shaggy Salah will be transferred every week to another team that plays Manchester United. It's so true. It's so true. They'll be like the lucky mascot, right? You know what, guys? This is the first time I think for a while, I'd say in FPL, I've seen someone have such high ownership, 70%. I mean, it's high. Yes, it's high, but still, 30% of managers don't have Salah in. I just fear, he's scored since the last 8 game weeks. He's scored back to back, returns. And his fixtures, West Ham away, red. I know West Ham's played well, but I would give him a grey maximum. I think that's a bit too generous, in my opinion. Brighton, West Ham, Arsenal, Southampton, they're great fixtures coming up. Are we going to be a bit boring keeping Salah as captain? I mean, this is one of those rare seasons where we can actually just select our captain and just play around and have fun with the rest of our team. And I'm really enjoying this, to be fair. Let's just keep fingers crossed he stays fit and keeps returning, right? Sam, some 30% still own Salah. Wonder what their rank is. Probably better than mine. Oh, mine's not on screen. Hold on, let me get my rank. Sorry, I didn't increase the screen, so let's move this across. Let's get my rank in there. Nothing to be embarrassed about, Mo. It'll get better with time. It's like wine. I'll age better with time. Shaggy, 100%. I agree. The 30% are non-active accounts for me. They sure are. Hard boss. Shall I transfer Alonso to Chilwell? Now, Alonso's got 4 returns in the last 4 games in the Premier League, right? I believe he's got 4 goals in the last 4. The issue comes this week. I saw, I think it was Tuchel, he was really praising Alonso, and he played him in midweek as well. The only issue I have with Chilwell and Alonso, I made that mistake and I've moved away from it. I fully validate you bringing in Chilwell, 100% Farhad. But what I would ensure is you have someone like a Livramento. I mean, Ben White's injured this week, so he's around 4.4 mil. But generally, like, if they are fit and available, have someone strong who's going to be playing 90 minutes regularly, because the concern for you will come is the moment they are switched or benched or not featuring, that's where it's going to kind of cost you, like it cost me in game week 8, where I had Alonso in my team and he just didn't feature, and I didn't have a strong enough bench for someone to come on and cover those gaps, with Rudiger also being injured as well. So I think basically, if you're looking to make that and you have the availability of the transfers, or you may even have that player in your team already, I think it's a good shout. So if you want to go Chilwell, makes sense. But there's also Reece James to consider. Have we looked at like Reece James's numbers? Because he's pretty good in terms of set pieces as well. So a lot of good choices from Chelsea. I think what you need to do with Chelsea especially and City is make sure you have the players on the bench. Now for me, I have to wait another 2 game weeks for me to get the players I want to get in. So potentially I'm looking at Ben White, injury permitting, and then midfielder probably around 4.6, 4.7 mil mark, like a Brownhill, Douglas Luiz or an Allen from Everton. So these are the kind of plans that I have in place just to make a stronger bench, because I've suffered the consequences of rotations. And what people need to remember now, we're getting into the December period, right? December, the games will come back to back. You'll sometimes have 3 games within 7 days, and the squads that have depth, so you've got squads like Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool are pretty consistent because Klopp doesn't like to change much, but he does like to bench the occasional player like Salah, Mane here and there. You got Spurs as well. Nuno, I'm not sure what exactly he's going to do with Kane and Son. They're pretty regular, but you've also got other squads who will in Chelsea, for example, they'll rotate to make sure every player is fresh and no one gets injured. So let's keep that in mind, and I'm making sure that we have a strong bench indeed as well. Hassan, good morning. Best 6.5 million midfielder this week. Personally, for me, it's Rafinha playing Norwich. If he turns up, it's going to be a great return. Everton are playing Wolves, so Townsend could be a good shout. 6.5 is a very... Mbembo, if he's fit against Burnley. Burnley are still to win in the Premier League. That would be a good shout. So these are the kind of players that I'm potentially looking at 6.5 in the midfield especially. Ward-Prowse against Watford might be a good shout. Those are the kind of like players I'll be looking at in my budget range for that price. Sam, isn't Foster a good option in game week 2 is risky for you. Are you going with 3 at the back of City? Yes, Sam. So I'm playing 3 at the back of City. That is my strategy now, pretty much all the way to like game week 18 or 20. It is risky. Look, if they concede like they did last week, I kind of limit myself to only 5 to 6 points for 3 players. But if they get a clean sheet, the risk versus reward, I'm looking at 18 to 20 points if they do get some bonus points in there included as well. But Crystal Palace at home, I do back Man City to keep a clean sheet. Hopefully Edison doesn't do anything silly like last week. Shaggy, Mo, you promised something. I did, and let me get that up in a moment for you. What we will do, Shaggy, is I will get that up for you, and we're going to discuss that after I take a few more questions, and we're going to discuss Shaggy's team. I want to get a few more people in, and when we do get on with it, we are going to discuss your team. You sent me the team, perfect. Enfard, I reckon United give Ollie a 20-year deal. It'll be very helpful for the other 19 teams. Honestly, Fahad, I don't understand the guy loses 5-0. 5-0. It's not the 5-0 which I'm too concerned about. We've lost 6-1 in the past to Man City at home. The 5-0 isn't the concern. In that 6-1 against City, at least we still tried. The reason why we lost that 6-1 is we tried to win the game, even though we were so far down, a man down. We still went there, continuing to win. The game last week was literally just like me playing like, someone who's never played FIFA before. It was weird, honestly. It was really, really weird. I just don't want to think that's nightmares I'm still having. Sam, I was going to ask Diaz, Cancelo, Aspie, Livra, which 2 to start? Which 2 to start? After looking at 3 City at the back, I know your answer would be 3 City at the back. Yeah, that's my answer, buddy. I'm doing it myself. I would never recommend anything different. 3 City at the back, I think it's a safe option. Christopher, good morning. Play Livramento or Iliosi? I'll play Livramento, buddy. Watford away. Should be a good game. Shaggy, it's Mane time chat. Round of applause. I will get your team up, Shaggy, and we are going to talk about it. What do you think about starting Foster instead of Ramsdale? I mean, Foster is playing Southampton at home, which is a good game week. And Ramsdale has done really well, to be fair, but they're playing a very good a very good Leicester team at home. So for me personally, there could be some potential save points for Ramsdale. But if I had to choose out the two, I'd always. The thing with Southampton is they've done really well recently. In this situation, if I had Vardy in my squad, I'd put Foster in if I had Ramsdale as my other keeper. That's just the way I would play it. But that's my recommendation to you guys. Ali, hey Mo, sorry I'm late. No problem, buddy. Not a problem, Ali. Good morning. Shaggy, let's go, Mane. Shaggy, I'm getting that team up. First time a manager has had more support from supporters of other clubs not to be sacked. Ollie. Honestly, it's brilliant. Get Ollie out. Us lot are saying it. Keep Ollie in. Ali Rogo, just checked. I have one player from game week 1 still in the squad, the Egyptian King Mo. The rest are still out for hits. There you go. I've had one player. Crazy says 2.7 mil overrank. That's bad, dude. Hope you get a lot of green arrows. 2.7. No, buddy, it's 2.7. It's game week 10. It's a 38 game week period, and we've got 8.5 million managers. I mean, what does everyone expect? Everyone to be 100,000 rank and stuff? It happens, buddy. Look, we make mistakes. It's a marathon, not a 100-meter race. Those people who have started well, massive respects to them. But that's the challenge. My job is to catch them now. Just remember, just because you're top at Christmas for the Premier League doesn't mean you're going to win it. Most likely you will, but not definitely. And that's where I come into the play. Look at Leicester. Last 3-4 seasons. 4th, 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 4th. And they have never finished in the Champions League. It's not how you start the race. It's how you finish it. And that's where it's going to go, bud. I want to be that manager where people go, do you know what? He started around 2.5 mil, 2.7 mil. And look where he's come up to. And that is the challenge, guys. Is to stay strong when the tough gets going. Right, so I'm just going to go on a blank screen for a moment. And I'm going to get up Shaggy's team that he sent to me via Twitter. So I'm going to put the screen fixtures here for you guys to have a look. So these are the fixtures, guys, that we have. These are the 5 teams that are considered to have the so-called, I would say, easier fixtures in comparative, comparison to other teams based on the FPL website. So, as you can see, Norwich have a really decent fixture on Brentford and Chelsea. Now, for me, these are the teams that we should be targeting. This is why I'm not looking to get Rafinha out anytime soon, is because of the fixture runs that they have. Barring the Leicester and Tottenham game, I think there should be some really good returns for him there. Todd says, all the best, thank you. Ali McGregor, 2 hits for me this week. Traore out, with Gallagher in and Rafinha out for Foden. I think that's really good, Ali. I like this. I really like it. I really, really do like it. Gallagher's a good shout. Good shout. Foden, get him in at the right time before all those price rises. Sam says, we've joked about Aubameyang and your thoughts of getting him in. He's performing. He's still under the radar, just like Vardy. The thing about Aubameyang is, at the moment for me, right, is it's... At the moment, Arsenal are on a high. So I can see the really good performances from him. Lacazette is not being mentioned much. Lacazette has been phenomenal, guys. FPL-wise, I think he's done reasonably well. And I think he, in terms of the way he's playing on the pitch, is really good. But look, Aubameyang, for me, I think there's better options out there. If you had to ask me to choose between Vardy and... I'd go Jesus over Aubameyang personally, if he had the game time as much as Aubameyang had. But again, if that's something you'd like to go through and you'd like to choose him, absolutely, he's going through a really, really good phase. So, before we take on some next questions, I have got in Shaggy's team here for us. Right, so I have kept up the promise. Shaggy's kept his promise and sent us the team. And guess what, guys? Mane captain. And do you know what? This game week, I don't know why. I think Salah will go big, personally. I do generally believe he will. But Mane, oh my God, that looks brilliant. Let me just rate this through here. Perfect. Let's have a look through it this way. Oh, that is brilliant, honestly. That's a really good team. I like the lineup there. Sissoko and Archer on the bench. Nice, cool and goal against Leeds. We'll have some really good, decent save points there. Alexander-Arnold, really good. Diaz, Livramento, brilliant backline. Love it, Shaggy. And then you've got Mane as captain. Oh, looking good. Townsend, Rafinha, Salah. Oh, the depth on those players, man. And Antonio at the front. Well, that was a bit of a tongue twister for me. Thank you, Shaggy, for that one. Wow. Let's discuss, guys. Let's talk about Shaggy's team. He's kept his word. Crazy asked me, how many years have you been playing FPL? So about 7 years now, boss. 2014-15, I joined. Anyway, Shaggy time. This is Shaggy's lineup, guys. Shaggy's lineup. Have a look. This is not my team. This is Shaggy's lineup. So I think you can add Liverpool here. All fixtures look easy for them. They do, but I'll show you another stat here, Sam, in a moment, all right? Ali McGregor, Norwich's only easy game is if they play themselves. Or the reserves? Tishan, good morning. What's up, mate? Who would you bench out of Havertz, Foden, Mbembo, and Tony? I'd definitely play Foden. Foden has to play against Crystal Palace. Chelsea, Newcastle, Havertz. I'll play Havertz. Mbembo and Tony. I think Mbembo's injured. So for me, I'd go Foden first, Havertz second, Tony third, and Mbembo fourth. That's my order for that. Tishan, I hope that helps. Ali McGregor, Mane, captain, Shaggy, you are the man. I double that. Shaggy, you are the man. You've got an absolute appreciation society here, Shaggy. We're wishing Shaggy the best of luck. Look, he hasn't had the best of game weeks recently, right? And he's been very, very, very brave making these decisions. And do you know what? From the bottom of my heart, I'm generally wishing him the best of luck with all his team. I hope every player brings him all the luck. This team, you know what, on paper, on the app, whatever you want to call it, on screen, is depth in here. And do you know what? I will be very surprised if he does not get above average this week. Whatever the average is, I'm not going to say it's going to be 50, 60, whatever. Whatever the average is, Shaggy, for that squad and Mane being captain, I think Mane will go big. I think he will go big. Look, he doesn't, it happens. But do you know what? On paper, before this game week against Brighton, he's been phenomenal. And he's due a good game as well. So we are definitely wishing you the best of luck, Shaggy. Best of luck. Also, I think once... I'm not going to do knee jerk this week, okay? Because I have some family commitments tomorrow. So this is why I haven't done much content this week, guys. There's been a bit of stuff going on in the background for me, so I do apologise about that. But from next week onwards, I've got a few things lined up with my family. Nothing too serious. It's just some personal things I need to get done. So I won't be available tomorrow. So there won't be a knee jerk tomorrow, guys. I do apologise for that. But we will do a live Q&A midweek. So it won't be a knee jerk. It'll be actually a knee jerk combination with a live Q&A planning. So I'll replace that with a knee jerk stream, all right? And then basically around Tuesday, I'll get everything completed and done out of the way. And then Wednesday, I should be back with some live Q&A, team selection, game preview. Everything will be back to normal. So I do apologise, guys, if you've been looking forward to it and I haven't been able to bring it on. There's just been a few commitments I had to attend to. But we're going to review Shaggy's team as well. So Shaggy, this Appreciation Society, including myself, we're going to be requesting you, once this is all over, you're going to have to send this to me again on Twitter, and we're going to review your team, all right? Massive shout out. Thank you so much, Shaggy. I really appreciate you sending that to me. And best of luck with Mane as your captain. Right, now let's get my half-decent team back on screen. Here we are. Looking a bit better now. Cool, let's take some questions, guys. Sam says, Shaggy, great team. Love it. Crazy says, Bench and Bembo might be a doubt. Yeah, so as I said, I'd put him at number 4 just because of the kind of flag of injury that he does have next to him. Icky, good morning. Are Ben White and Rafinha starting? Ben White, I'm not too sure about. Arteta in his press conference says he's looking better. So he might feature. I'm not too certain about that, but I think he'll be back next game week. But Vardy, I think he'll be definitely playing. He'll be playing this game week. And Rafinha, I think, will start as well. He'll start, play about 60 minutes, and then get benched. Right, let's take a moment, a bottle of water, a sip. Guys, if you guys haven't liked the video, please give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed to FPL and Click, please hit that subscribe button. Crazy says, what's your best overall rank? So my best overall rank, buddy, was around 480k 2 years ago. I started last year and it's 70k good. 70k is fantastic, buddy. I've never achieved it, so massive shout out to you. Sam, Manny didn't start last game week. Any reason why Klopp did that? He does that occasionally, Sam. He does it. So I don't know if you remember last season. Mo Salah was benched against the for Liverpool against the Crystal Palace game. He came on about 59, 58 minutes for Jota, and he scored 2 and set up 1 goal. I got like 18 points for that game, and I had him as captain, and I was fuming. So Klopp occasionally does rotate because he wants to keep the players fresh. Look, the squad depth in Liverpool isn't as fruitful as, let's say, Chelsea, City, or Manchester United in that regards. But Klopp knows how to get the best out of these players, so he will get the occasion. Don't be surprised if Salah gets benched today. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not out of the question. He can do it. That's as simple as that. Ali says, Shaggy had a word with Klopp and said save Mane for Brighton. That's what it is. He saved him for this week. Saved it. He's going to make up for last week's lost points. Caden, good morning. Should I get Mount for Rafinha or transfer out Sanchez? I mean, Rafinha's not a bad shout, to be fair. Let's have a look at those fixtures again. Leeds don't have bad fixtures. I know they've not started well, but Norwich here, Leicester, Tottenham are tough. And then Brighton and Crystal Palace. So I think, maybe persisting with him might not be a bad shout at the moment. But if you want to go for Mount, look, Mount had a really good game week last week. There's no doubt he can perform like that, but he hasn't scored for ages before that. So he's had a big week, which is due. And it did help the fact that Lukaku and Werner weren't playing as well. So again, this might be the right time to bring him in. Personally, for me, I'd keep Rafinha. Because I think, they'll probably average out to be the same points from this game week onwards, if we don't include last game week for you. The Demantis, what's up from New Zealand? Hey, good evening down there. Good night. It's probably evening down there, right? Ali, have you done any transfers, mate? I did. So I brought in Callum Wilson for St. Maximin. So I got a lot of raised eyebrows for that. Why against Chelsea? Because I want Wilson in eventually. He will come into my squad. Whether I bring him in this week or next game week, he's going to come in. Because when he's fit, along with Antonio, they're really good assets to have. He's on penalties as well. So take the Chelsea game out of the contention. If he scores this week, he's only owned by 1.6% managers. There's two benefits for me. A, Chelsea lose their clean sheet bonus, and I don't have any Chelsea defenders. And B, Wilson's only owned by 1.6% of managers. So why not get him in before he goes big, right? He's got Brighton then, Brentford, Arsenal. Not a bad game. It's difficult. Norwich, Burnley. So some very favourable fixtures. Obviously, injury permitting, he stays fit. I've gone Callum Wilson. So that's my squad for this week. It was St. Maximin and Callum Wilson. I enjoyed having St. Maximin whilst Callum Wilson weren't there. But once Callum Wilson comes back, it's just, 0.4 mil more for me. And it was just for me like an easy decision to make. Sam, thoughts on getting Firmino or Richarlison for a -4 for moving out Lukaku? Personally, buddy, Firmino or Richarlison, they're both good. Personally, I've never owned Firmino in FPL. I've never owned him, but I have owned Richarlison. Wolves away. I mean, I know what the Liverpool fixtures look like. What does Everton's look like? Let's have a look. View information. Kind of like the main man without Calvert-Lewin, isn't he? Tottenham don't look that great, to be fair. It's just the Man City Liverpool games. If I was making this transfer right now, I'd go with Richarlison. Personally, I just haven't owned Firmino ever. I think he's had a good form. He's got his hat-trick, but he does have long dry patches of no goals or returns. So I'd go personally Richarlison. Morgan says, good morning. Is Rafinha starting? I think he will. He will start. If he doesn't start, he'll definitely feature at the game some point. He is available for this game week. Crazy. Raf starting. White is out. I believe so. That's correct. Deadly Mantis, I was 450k till last week. Didn't captain Salah. Now I'm 1.2 mil. That's how quick it can change. Deadly Mantis, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. So look at that, guys. 800,000 just like that in one game week. It's tight. It's really tight up there. So I'll tell you guys a stat. So I won 502 points. One of my friends, we're in a friends league group, right? I'm at 502 points. He's on 507 or 508, I think he is. And he's close to 2 mil. There's 700,000 ranking between us, and there's only a 5-point gap. Now that's ridiculous. So that means basically I've not taken a hit this week. If he takes one hit, his ranking will fall from about 2 mil back down to about 2.5 mil, 500,000 places if no one else makes transfers. So for me, I think I've taken the big hits. I've went from 1.3 mil to 2.7. I've done my hits. Slowly but surely we'll get there now. We'll get there. But don't worry, Deadly Mantis, he'll be back. He'll smash it. Ali McGregor, if White is out, Vardy may have a good day. I think Vardy's going to be phenomenal. Trust me. Shaggy Mo, did you show my team because I was doing something and I didn't watch? No, of course not, Shaggy. Of course not. You're a vital member of our family. And we made a commitment last week. You stuck by your commitment. I stuck by my commitment. And I showed your team. But you know what? Shaggy, I wish you and everyone on this stream, I'm sure is the same with us. We're wishing you the best of luck for this game week. You can do it. You can do it. I think we're all gonna celebrate when Manny scores, right? King Harry. King Harry, Jack K. This is Chola guy, new account because got new guy phone. Couldn't remember the old login. No worries. I hope you're well, buddy. Shaggy, if you don't, no problem. I did. It's all discussed. Go back, have a look. We had a nice little discussion about you, Shags. NCF 1904, stick with Mbembe or transfer him out for Mount. I'll take him out for Mount personally. I think Mbembe might not feature this game week. I think he's injured. It's not definitively confirmed, but I don't think he looks likely to start. He may come on later on, but Mount's in good form. So out of them two, I'd go Mount. Ali Burger, are we captain Salah this week? Bar Shaggy's excellent money pick. I think we're all captaining Salah pretty much. There's going to be two things happening. 70% of managers own Salah, and I think about 60% of managers are going to captain him. I think around that. It's quite a high number, to be fair. Same set of managers, so literally 7, 8. So around just over 5.5 million managers own Mo Salah. And I think around at least 4 million, maybe 4.5 mil, are going to captain him. That means if he blanks, it's going to be a low average game week. And if he goes big, it'll be a high average game week. That's how I think it's going to go. Kobus, hi from South Africa. Hi there, Kobus. I hope you're well. I've always wanted to go to South Africa. It's a beautiful country from what I've seen on TV, photographs, documentaries. I always wanted to visit Joburg, Cape Town, the Newlands. I really do want to go down there. But, I hope you're well and everything is well. And thank you for coming on. King Harry, my team is my defenders, Rudiger, Christensen, Trent, Cancelo, midfielder, Rafinha, Gray, Townsend, Foden, attacking Ronaldo. My bench has gone random. So, and Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson on the bench. Surprised by that one. I mean, I know it's Chelsea, but still, it's a great player. 10:30 p.m. Saturday, Deadly Manchester. Oh, almost midnight. The clocks go back here in the UK, by the way, tonight. So I hope everyone's ready for the darker days. I mean, like early dark days, 4:00 dark days. Kobus, that's South Africa. Yes, South Africa. Razwan, good morning. Yes, G. 1 FT. I can do Koful to Cancelo or Sarr to Foden. Best long-term transfer, or do I roll? Current team: Foster, Chilwell, Livera. Okay, let's have a look. Give me a sec. Long term, right? Last year, Cancelo played 2,298 minutes, got 138 points and 6 returns, right? Let's have a look at this year. Let's have a look at Phil Foden. I'll give you my answer, personal blue, but I want to do a bit of analysis before I go ahead. 135 points, 1,600 minutes played. And if you see, he's got a few more minutes this week, but I assure you, there will be a period, guys, again, where Foden will go out of favour. If you're on a long-term pick, I've gone long-term. I've taken Cancelo because I know there'll be game weeks where he'll get benched. I know it. It's going to happen. It's Pep's team. He will rotate these guys, and it will happen, and we just got to live with that. But I think if you look at it from a balanced perspective, I think out of the two, Foden and Cancelo, I think what puts Cancelo for me a bit more and more favourite. Foden can score at any point, any time. But I think City's clean sheet ratio, when he does start for Cancelo, will give you more points. Like, the only benefit that Foden's going to get if he blanks, he gets 2 + 1 for the clean sheet 3 maximum, right? Cancelo, if he gets a clean sheet and he starts 2 + 4, 6. So on average, if they're playing around the same minutes, including the returns he gets from goals and assists are double what Cancelo gets. I think Cancelo might just get the same amount and you're saving like nearly £2 million as well. That's just my thinking process. Razwan, but again, it's your choice. I wouldn't say not to do Foden. Foden may be, scoring 200 points. This is just what I'm saying based on now and last season's stats. I think Cancelo for me just gets the nod because of the price as well. Shaggy, I saw now that you did that. Thanks a lot. No worries, man. You're part of the family. This is what we do. We commit and we can do that. Not a problem. Pratchett, good morning. Jota to Foden for -4. Jota did well last week. I think he's just found form. But yeah, Foden's done well. But for a -4, we're going to be saying Foden needs to outscore Jota by 4 points to go even. It's against Crystal Palace at home. -4. If it was a free transfer, I'd have said yes. Pratchett, firstly for me, in this situation, I've taken Jota out, okay, because I had a plan to bring in Wilson, Vardy, and Trent. But if I was doing what you're doing, that's a really good. That's a tough one, by the way. That's a real tough one. I like that question. I like all the questions, but that's challenged me. Jota to Foden for a -4. Oh, sorry, I've just got to have a look at the fixtures. So we've got Liverpool. These are the 5 most difficult fixtures according to the difficulty rating planner on the FPL website. So Man City have United, Everton, West Ham, Aston Villa, and Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal, Southampton, Everton. I'm going to say Foden. I'm just going to say it now. I think Foden will be a good shout. With that United defence has just tilted it for me, and Everton have been not that great defensively. So Foden, buddy, I'll take the -4. I think if he starts, he'll get more points over that stretch. Ali Morgan Wilson, good move, Mo. Have been looking at him too. Honestly, thank you so much, by the way. That it's for me, it's a difficult game, I know, but I had St. Maximin, and I could get in Wilson for a free transfer, and I want him in a one game week time anyway. So why not bring him in now? If Chelsea slip up and give away a penalty, or if he gets a good chance, he can score. So that's why I'm taking the risk on it. If anyone's going to be most likely to score for Newcastle against Chelsea at their home stadium, I don't even know what to call it now. Sports Direct Arena, St James's Park. I mean, what's it going to be called? I mean, it's going to be sponsored by one of the top companies in Saudi Arabia. Like we've got Emirates, we've got Etihad. Could it be anything around those lines? But I think they're at home. It's going to be a big game. I mean, there's two riches battling now. I mean, I know on pitch, Chelsea are significantly superior, but I assure you the bank's a lot more superior for Newcastle right now. The crowd will be behind him. They want to prove a point. Chelsea, they've got 17 different goal scorers this season. Will this be the game where they get tested? Newcastle have played well against them previously in previous seasons, and that's why I've gone Callum Wilson. That's all it is. It's 1.6% ownership. It's a differential. Look, if he gets 2 points, there are other players in the strike forces, right? You got Antonio, Vardy, you got Jesus, Firmino, Tony. This could be Hwang, Kane. You got Ronaldo, Lukaku's injured. You're going to get many of these players. You're going to get 2 points. They're going to blank. And if they go big, their ownership probably won't be that significant. But if he goes big at 1.6% ownership, let's say he gets a goal and it's the match winner and he gets 9 points. That's decent for me. I'd take that any day. But Wilson, trust me, guys, keep a look at. I'm saying it now in game week 10. Give it 2-3 game weeks. We'll be looking at him. Obviously, fingers crossed, injury permitting. He'll be someone to look at. Let's take a breather, guys. If you haven't liked the video yet, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to FPL Inklink, please hit the subscribe button. And we're getting closer and closer to the deadline now, guys. 15 minutes to go, so let's get these questions in. Crazy says picking Salah is a must right now. If you want to save your rank, it's brave to go against the crowd. Crazy. Honestly, I've had Salah since game week 1. I'm not copying anyone. I'm doing my own shot. So let's see how it goes. Just remember, being different always does not reward. It's being different in the right places is where you get the reward. I.e., me taking out Salah is not being differentially brilliant. Okay, that's not a good move. 70% own him. If I don't own him, it doesn't matter if Kevin De Bruyne scores the 20 points. If Salah scores 20 points, that's nullified, right? It's no advantage to me whatsoever. The advantage is if I have Salah in my squad and I've gone Callum Wilson, who's owned by 1.8% of managers, and someone else who owns, let's say, Antonio. I've got Antonio in my squad. I'm giving an example. Let's say someone who owns Antonio has nearly 50% of ownership. Let's say Antonio blanks, gets 2 points. Callum Wilson scores 2 goals, gets me 12 points return. That is where I'm going to get the differential. That is where I get the green arrow. And that's where those 50% of managers who are owning Antonio, that's where I can creep up on. So that's the kind of thinking I'm using at the moment. Ali McGregor, Foden, the main, Pratchett, take the hit. Frogger the man, that's it, Ali. G, you are so much better than Andy. Oh, no, G, please, no. Please don't compare me to anyone else. They're experts, they're proper professionals. I'm just a person who does this for a passion. But thank you so much for your compliment. I really appreciate that. Romodinho 7. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Jimenez, Aspi, Mbembo bench 2. Bench 2 them. So Mbembo definitely. I generally do believe, Jimenez looks good. And keeping a clean sheet for Chelsea isn't going to be easy at Newcastle, by the way. There's going to be a real crowd there. Bench 2. I would play Jimenez personally. Personally, against Everton, they conceded 5 last week. I have a good feeling about that. So Jimenez for me to play. I'd bench the other 2, boss. King Harry's, I'm 5'11". Congrats. Is that your overall rank? Oh, you're 5'11", sorry. In points or rank? I think it's points, right? If that's rank, amazing. 5'11" in points? Brilliant. We'll catch up, buddy. Sam Mo, you don't think it's a good option to move out Townsend and get Mbemba because of his fixtures? No, I don't actually, to be fair. Because Townsend, right, potentially could take penalties as well. And, I think personally I backed him, right? And I took a knee jerk and I took minus 12, 16 points at that point. I'm going to back him for the next couple of game weeks. They've got some tough games coming up. It's not been easy. And I think the worst is gone. And I think what's going to be even worse is when I get rid of him and the good comes and I'll be like, oh, I missed out again. And Mbemba, I'll be keeping an eye out for. There's no reason why I can't look at him for. But people are forgetting I've got Zaha on the bench as well. So I've got some real good strength in the midfield, which is really comforting for me to know that. But Mbemba, I'm definitely looking at him. The only concern I have about Mbemba is his injury at the moment. And if he does play and he does feature, definitely going to be looking into him. Definitely will do. Never say never. Fazio, good morning. Which 3 to play from Diaz, Aspi, Livro, Raf and Mbemba? 3 to play. Diaz for sure. Livramento for sure. And out of that, I would say in that situation, I'll go Rafinha. I've got Rafinha as well. I'll play those 3. As for Laqueta, it's not a certainty. That's the thing. And I've got Wilson in my squad, so I'm thinking Newcastle will score. So those are the 3 I'd personally play, boss. MH Rizvi, KDB captain. It's a brave one though. He's not on penalties. That's not to say he can't go big, right? And he can't make big point returns. Kevin De Bruyne captaincy. For this game week, I'd say no. It's just far too risky. Especially Liverpool playing Brighton. Liverpool had a more challenging fixture. I would probably have indicated that. And Liverpool are home as well. They're at Anfield. So I wouldn't go Kevin De Bruyne captain this week. It's too risky. I'm trying to convince myself to say yes, but I just can't. Jota to Foden for -4. Yep. Crazy. I'm on 646. Nice. Love it. Squashy FN, good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. Guys, loving it. The subscribers are going up. Thank you so much for your support. And the likes are coming in. If you guys continue to please support the channel, give us a like and give us a subscribe as well. Mzingzi, good morning. I was thinking where you were. Good morning. I hope you're well. And you're ready for game week 10. And I hope you have a lovely weekend too, all right? Sam, not a good game week to start Arsenal defenders. Better to go with Arsenal midfielders and forwards considering the Leicester defence. To be fair, as I said, Ramsdale's not a bad shout. Like he may concede. Well, I hope he does. I got Vardy. But I think he's going to get some really good save points if needed as well. Guys, is anyone considering Yuri Tielemans? How good has that guy been? 6.34, I think 6.5 mil. I'm looking into him, guys. I'm looking into Yuri Tielemans. Let me know your thoughts. Player to discuss. 9 minutes to go. Let's get this in. I was going to say happy game week 10. Thank you. Happy game week 10 to you as well. Caden, Semedo to Trent. Yes. Dusty Toners. Good morning. What's up, fella? I'm good. How are you? I hope you're well. King Harry Huang, such a good option. He's such a good option for 5.5 mil. Brian, good morning. Hi, mate. Would you like to play Livramento? Sorry, hi, mate. Would you play Livramento or Mbemba? Livramento for me, personally. King Harry, need to go get football training. See you later. Cheers. No worries, buddy. Best of luck in football. Mark, so many pros are back in Chilwell, so I'm willing to take a -4 to check Aspilicueta. What do you think? I mean, look, the professionals have their own personal think of you. The thing I have with Chilwell is there's Alonso behind him. So they're 2 very good players. And the thing that I'm fearing is they're going to have periods. Chilwell didn't start for the first 6-7 game weeks. Gets a 6-4-5 game week run. It's going to change again. This is the problem I have. This is what I always say. If you're going to go for one of those guys, have a strong defender on the bench like a Livramento, a Ben White when he's fit, for example, Marcel, these kind of guys. You need to have a defender who's playing. Like, I've got Hoover here, which I'll be getting rid of next game week anyway. Don't have people like, Simicast and, other 4.0 mil, 4.1 million defenders who don't play here on a regular basis. That's the key. The key of your bench now is going to come useful, because if you're going to go for these kind of players, you need to have players on the bench that if they do have a rotation, you've got someone to come in. Now, at the moment, Cancelo is a risk for me. Diaz is a risk for me. They are nailed to play. Diaz is more than Cancelo. But there'll be a period in the next couple of months where they will be rotated. And at the moment, I've got Hoover on the bench. I want to get probably Ben White or potentially Marcel. Looking at it, then I have got a strong bench option with Livramento and Marcel. And then Gilmore, I want to change to someone like, Douglas Luiz, maybe Allen, Bissouma, Brownhill, those kind of lines. So that's the thing we need to consider. But for Chelsea, they're back in Chilwell. He's got 4 and 4 in the last 4 game weeks. So I understand where they're coming from. But there's a chance Alonso may start because he started midweek, played well, and he was praised by Tuchel very extensively in his pre-match or post-match interviews as well. So let's just wait and see. That's just the risk of rotation, which is very, very damaging. Text XEO, start Foster or Ramsdale? So that's the question I answered earlier. So I personally, if I had to choose a 3, because I've got Vardy in my goal, I'd go Foster. I got Vardy in my pitch, my team, so I'd go Foster. Ali, Mark, save it for the free transfer. Mark says vet. Peter James said, good morning. Alisson, Trent, Chilwell, Cancelo, Havertz, Salah, Foden, Mount, Antonio, Jesus, King. What to do with my wildcard teammate? What do I think? I think it's brilliant. Wow. How did you get all those guys in? Jeez, Peter, that's a brilliant squad. Keep it, save it. Crazy says, do you know someone I can't? I do indeed. And that's exactly the reason why I wear that bracelet. Tech XEO, what would you start, Foster or Ramsdale? Foster. Josh Clarkson, would you play Gray or Antonio this week? Gotta go Antonio, bro. Antonio. Mark says Antonio. Dustin says, that's a brave move, man. Wilson is a baller, though. I swapped ASM for Tony. That's not a bad move either. Tony's decent, honestly. But yeah, I did go brave. It could go either way. X Programs, X says, what do I get in instead of Lukaku? I have Vardy already. Who do I get in? It depends. I mean, for Lukaku, you got the budget there. You could go mid-range, someone like an Antonio, like myself, Wilson, there's Jimenez. Personally, for me, long-term, if you're looking, long-term, obviously Lukaku may be out for a couple of game weeks. I think Antonio would be a good shout. I know he's got tough fixtures, but Wilson's got the better fixtures. So this week, it's going to be, obviously, Antonio, I think, has got a better fixture on paper. But Jesus' stats are mad. If he gets regular starts, that guy's brilliant, by the way. But up front, there's Aubameyang, who's in a bit of form as well, if you want to go a bit left wing. But for me, if I was in a situation, I'd take Lukaku out and bring out a forward, which I was going to rely on. I'd go on Antonio at the moment. The storyteller, Nepal, good morning. Mount or Havertz? Long term, I'll go Havertz. Ali McGregor, Tony for me, X-Pro. Tex Sexy said, would you start Foster or Ramsdale? Foster, buddy. MH Rizvi, are you from Pakistan? My family are Pakistani, heritage, buddy, but I was born in the UK. Dusty Toner, should I start Liverett or Townsend? Oh, I got both in my squad. Townsend for me, buddy. X Programs X says, do I go double up on Mbembo and Tony? It's not a bad shout, It's not a bad shout. Brentford. If I double up is brave. Mbembo's injured. Maybe if you have some other option on the bench, that'd be a good shout. John Clarkson, would you start Gray or Antonio? Ali McGregor, does anyone have Broja? Won't Richarlison take penalties now he's back? He could do, but even when Richarlison was playing and Calvert-Lewin was there, Calvert-Lewin took penalties. Fahad, Saka to Mbembo. Keep Saka for this game week. Mbembo might not feature. Down says bench Livramento or Saka. Saka for me. Linesh, good morning. Got Mountain for Sissoko. Nice. Fahad says I'm bringing in Salah for both sides. I'm bringing in the coin. Salah for both sides. Love it. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what, Fahad. Throw the coin away. Just put Salah as captain. Anyone captaining Havertz again this week? I need my rank improved. Nah, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, your rank will get better. Not to worry. Turkish, good morning. Yomo, sorry I couldn't make it. No worries, Turkish. I hope you're well. Quick question: who should I captain, Salah or Foden? I'm thinking of Foden because the Palace conceded a lot. Mate, Salah. Don't look. Foden may get 10, 20 points. I know he can, but bro, no. Salah, Turkish. I'm telling you now, brother to brother. No Foden. No captaincy, please. Hit that captaincy on Salah now, please. You got time. Quick question. Who explain Armstrong versus Tony versus Wilson? By the way, I have remember. Please answer. Wilson. Fairs Ahmed, Christensen or Rudiger? Rudiger for me, buddy. Linesh, good morning. Mo, start Gray or Benrahma? I got Antonio in the attack already. I'll go Gray. Crazy. I saw the bracelet and had to answer the question. Love it. Yeah, that's what it is, buddy. That's what it is. Yeah, then good morning. Armstrong or Mahrez? Both. Who should I start? I'll go Mahrez. So if Mahrez doesn't come on, at least got Armstrong to come on. Sam, 4 minutes to go. Yes, it's less than that now. 2 minutes, guys. Everyone says cheers, Ali. Sam says Jota or Smith Rowe. Jota. Luxury lifestyle. Mbembe, Townsend, Duffy. Who do I keep at first and sub in case Rafinha misses out? I'll keep Townsend first. Ali says Mo for Hoover and Gilmore. How about Rico, Henry and Bissouma? Love it. Love it, Ali. Love the thinking. Definitely will consider that. Definitely will. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And we've got another subscriber. Thank you so much for joining. We're on 917. Let's see if we can hit 920 by the end of the stream. Done it, Mo. Captain Salah, thanks for the advice. No worries, Turkish. I wish you the best of luck for your team as well. Honestly, Turkish, I just couldn't. Honestly, please, not this game week. It's 70% ownership. He's at home against Brighton. You've done the right thing. All right. Well, we can captain next time. We can change it. No worries. No worries. We can do Foden in the future. But right now, don't go against the crowd. That's all I'm going to say. Come on, guys. Just a couple of seconds left now for the transfers. Get him in. Save him. Submit that now. 10 seconds to go. We're almost there to the deadline, guys. We're almost going to be submitting our squads, so get them in now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 11 o'clock, guys. Teams submitted. Deadline done. Done. I know that the number of viewers have gone down. I think they've gone to submit their teams. Completely understandable. Once they've done it, please do return. Wow. Done. Do you know what, right, guys? This is the first time in a couple of game weeks, right? I think since at least game week 6, I've been excited. A, I've got no hits to look forward to. And B, I'm really happy with the Callum Wilson move. I do like it. I like the Callum Wilson move. I've gone a bit different. You see these pros on YouTube, you know, they have their own thinking process, but I've gone Callum Wilson out of my own thinking in accordance. So let's see how that pays through. The thing is, buddy, Turkish, why don't I sell Zaha for Foden? Zaha's my long-term plan. Foden's good. Don't get me wrong, I've already got 3 City players. I've banked on Edison. And I think Foden and Zaha will score pretty much the same points this season. Overall, I'm talking about. At the end of the season, maybe around the 130, 120 to 140 mark, around that mark. I'm banking Zaha, bro. I'm banking it, but not this game week. No. Week after. I just like the fixtures, man. I just thought, Zaha, is vital, and I've been impressed by them. Once this Man City game's out of the way, look at this. Wolves, Burnley, Aston Villa, Leeds. I think there's some returns there, right? Then they got United. But after that, Everton, Southampton, Watford, Tottenham, Norwich. So all the way to game week 20. So I've made my squad, guys. I've taken some real big hits. Injury permitting, obviously. Fingers crossed no one gets injured in football. I generally believe that I selected a strong squad for me to last me to at least, around game week 18, 19. So that has been my long-term plan. And that's why I took those hits earlier. So I think in the long term, it's really going to serve me well. But Foden can do just as well, honestly. He can do. Ali says... Crazy says, sorry, deadline done. Ali says, I may be going mad thinking of getting Benteke in. I don't think you're going mad. He's played well recently, buddy, to be fair. I think what is really refreshing is Vieira's got something out of him. Eduardo, I think his name is. He's pretty decent as well. I really like the look of Palace. That's why I've got Zaha in personally. Crazy. Are you following the World Cup of Pakistan and killing it? I am indeed, buddy. Oh, it's brilliant. Love it. Love it. Come on now. We need India to get through to the semis as well. Luxury, I was triple captaining Salah. No, you haven't hit the triple. No, Luxury, please tell me you have not hit that. No, not the triple captain. No. Guys, if you have, I'm telling you now, please save all your chips for double game weeks. If you guys haven't seen my video on chips advice and when to use them, have a look. Look at mine. They're all available still. Don't touch these until double game weeks come in. I'll be doing special videos, special kind of guidelines about how to play it. Trust me, guys, keep hold of it. Last season, there was a triple game week of United. But double game weeks, guys, is where we're going to use them, all right? Luxury, come on. I hope it goes well for you now. Linesh kept Armstrong in attack since Broja is injured. Hopefully plays off. Armstrong's decent, man. So is Broja. He's unlucky he's got injured, but he's shown some really, really good form. Ryan, Foster over Ramsdale. Let's go. Love it. Luxury, I haven't. Chill. Whew. Deep breath. I was getting nervous there, man. What are you doing? Sam said, it's good to go with the crowd in terms of captaincy, but at least have one differential each game week whose fixture is good and will surely deliver. Last game week, I took a -8 to bring in James, Mount and Havertz. That's it, Sam. That's literally it. So this game week, I brought in Wilson. I know the Chelsea game doesn't look that fruitful on paper, but the fixtures after, as I've gone through for Newcastle, I expect some returns over the 5 game weeks. So it's not just today. They've got Brighton, Brentford, Arsenal, Norwich, Burnley. That's where it's going to become crucial for us to really see what he's really made of. And I think that will go up in ownership then. And that's where I'll get my kind of return that I'm looking for. But it's good to go against the crowd, but you've got to go against the crowd in the right places, right? Crazy says, I'm Indian and last Sunday was depressing, support United as well. So last Sunday was a bit weird. So United lost 5-0 to Liverpool. Obviously I was disappointed in that, but India and Pakistan, that's a huge game. And winning was special, was very, very special. It was a fantastic game, played in great spirits. Massive respect to everyone in that game. But it was a good game. And do you know what? Tomorrow will be a better day for you. I assure you, you'll have a good day tomorrow. Ali, good luck, Luxury. You fooled us. Honestly, Luxury, you've generally fooled me. You started shaggy last week. trying to increase my heartbeat. That's such a good point. Keenan, good morning. Mbembe or Saka this week? I would have gone Saka personally. Asad Ali, good morning. Hoping Reece James starts. I think he will, Asad. I think Reece James will get a start. I'm more concerned about Alonso and Chilwell. Reece James, I think, will be all right. But you can never say never with these managers. They always like to throw in that spanner works. Do you reckon the managers have an FPL, like a league or a group, like where they play each other, like 20 of them, and see like who finishes where? That'd be funny. Turkish, if Townsend doesn't give me much returns, I might replace him with Chilwell. It's a shout. Luxury lifestyle, Conte or Rodgers, who would you have at United? I'd go for Conte, even though he's a bit defensive, but he'd be a serial winner. I'd take anyone. Honestly, I'd take any manager right now rather than Oli. He's not a manager. He's not qualified to be managing at that level. There's a level where you manage at, right? Steve Bruce, I'm sorry to say, he's not at the level to manage Newcastle with Saudi Arabian owners. He's not at that level. United need a manager who can come in and deal with big personalities. I don't care who he is personally. I like Conte. Zidane's good. Rodgers is good. I really like the way he plays, the style of play. If I had to choose a Manchester United manager, I'm talking about right now, if I was in charge and I was saying I'm making the decision of who to select for a manager for Manchester United, the best managers are taken, unfortunately. You've got Guardiola, Klopp, they've gone. Who would I have liked? I would have liked Pochettino 2 years ago. Brutally honest, but not now. Still thinking about it. Bit reserved now. Simeone was really good. Really, really good. I think Zidane. I'll take Zidane or Conte. Either of them. Rodgers is good. I'll take any one of them, to be fair, right? That's how desperate I am. I don't believe in supporters, and that includes me saying I wish United lose so Ollie gets the sack. That's not the way the game works, guys. Look, we know what the score is. We know what's happening. We can't be thinking United needs to lose so he gets sacked. It's going to be a tough game to this. Two managers under serious pressure, and people forget Tottenham smashed us 6-1 at Old Trafford last season. That happens again. Oh, I'm cancelling my Sky subscription. Sam says Reece may start the Champions League, but it's Tuchel. He may start him. Yeah, Tuchel can do anything. You rotate. Bibet, good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. Sam, if managers have FPL teams, I would love to see Ollie's. I'll tell you what Ollie's team would be. Fred McTominay in midfield. Fred McTominay in midfield. And he will have Kante on the bench just to cover them, just in case. He needs another defensive midfielder. He would definitely never ever buy Van de Beek. What else would he do? That's Ollie's core, I reckon. And he'll try getting 6 defenders at the back, and maybe like 4 holding midfielders. That's what he'll probably look for. He'll probably request FPL to give the 6-4 formation, 1-6-4 probably, like 6 defenders, 4 midfielders, with 4 more holding midfielders in there. And he'll definitely triple captain McFred. Good old Fred. Turkish, Mo, I've got 3.6 million left in the bank. I don't know what to do. Spend it, bro. Spend it. That's what you do. Guys, just going to take a sip quickly, guys. Thank you so much. We're getting more and more people joining. If you haven't liked the video, give us a like. And please hit the subscribe button as well. Bibek, how are you, Mo? I'm good. You're looking different today, Got a fresh trim, bro. Got a fresh trim. Now, I was kind of growing up. I was growing out the top of my hair because I wanted a bit more volume around here. So I let the sides grow so I could get a better fade. So that's why I did it, boss. But thank you. Luxury Lifestyle. I know the coaching staffs do most clubs play FPL. Ben Foster mentioned it in his vlogs. Nice. No, I mean, the supporting staff do. I'd like to have, just the managers. So that'd be like Ollie, Pep, Klopp. All the 20 managers of the FPL have their own group. Just the managers. I'd love to see how they play and who plays what. Guardiola will take hits every week. He'll be doing like 6 subs, minus 20 every week just to get the best players in there. Oh, this would be brilliant. Ali, Ollie's team has McFred, one as captain. UK for good morning. Hello. A bit late. Nice trim, mate. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Sam at Turkish, I wish that was the amount in my real life. We all do, honestly. Crazy says... Yeah, who was I wanted? Of course. Luxury, so to be honest, Conte is amongst them. I mean, among Klopp, Guardiola, he's literally one thing. Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. But I think Conte is a personality that a Manchester United board don't want to take on. That's the issue. Crazy says John Joe Shelby cap. Yeah, true. Sam Mo, he will literally buy VBD, just keep him in the bench. He generally would. He would. And then play Maguire ahead of him, slabbed. Luxury Lifestyle. Mo, do you know Mark Goldbridge? He's an Ollie. I do know Mark Goldbridge. Yes, he does a lot on Manchester United. Yes, I have seen him. He's quite an emotional gentleman, but I like him. I like his stuff. He's passionate. He speaks the voice of, I would say, majority of Manchester United fans. He speaks the voice. I think he's very reasonable. There's some points that I can disagree with him. Some very minor, but overall, I like his thought process. I think he's a great guy. Turkish. I honestly don't know how to spend it, Mo. I've got Mandy, Cancelo. So what I would do in that situation, if you've got 3.6 mil, You got Mandy, Cancelo, Trent, Livramento, Mount, Townsend. Why don't you upgrade Mount to Son? They got good fixtures coming up from game week 12. That's my advice, boss. Ali says United need the Ajax box. Honestly, we need any boss. I'll take Daniel Farke at this rate. I'm overreacting there. UK for Guardiola will overthink everything in FPL. At least we know he won't pick a CDM. Trust me, he won't. Bibek, I always pick the wrong captain, dude. I still get points, but I think it could be even more if my captain pick goes right. Bibek, honestly, for this game week, I know it's gone past the deadline. Salah was the best choice, so if you have picked him, best shout. Do you know what? Captaincy, I call it pot luck as well. Obviously, the decisions behind it, but you can never guarantee anyone's going to do what. Salah might get benched today, not play a single minute. Vardy might be my captain. So it's a lot of luck. So just don't get disheartened. I think it does happen. Not every game week where you get big points, but when you do, that's when we need to celebrate. Sam, Sancho can make a difference in United's performance today. Your thoughts? I think he can. To be fair. Sancho just needs a good run. Just a good run. I was a bit disappointed with this whole Ollie reaction. Like, the players know what they've been working on, working well on things we need to improve. Well, I'm sorry, why wasn't that done last week? Why is there a reaction after this loss? How many more losses do we have to take before we realise that we don't need you anymore? That's the question I have. Under Ollie, there's been some real big losses and big shocking losses. 6-1 Spurs, 5-0 Liverpool, 4-2 Liverpool at Old Trafford. It's not on. It's not on. But Sancho's good. Sancho's definitely good. Sam says, hi, Vivek. Who's captain this week? Yeah, Vivek. Yes, Vivek, please let us know. UK for Sam, doesn't matter with Ollie's playing style. Tells Bruno to run up a second striker, play a long ball. Vivek says, hope this week Salah gets more points. More? Vivek, you got enough last week. Loving it. 980 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. We've gone up. Let's see if we can hit 920 by the end of this stream. 11:14. So we should hopefully be getting the lineups in the next 15 minutes. Excited. Hopefully Vardy's on the team sheet. But guys, whilst we're here right now, I know we've talked about it earlier in the stream, but one thing I do want to say, guys, is please have a look at this guy, Callum Wilson. Only 1.6% owned at the moment. I know it's Chelsea this game week. Everyone's going to think, but the game deadline's done now. Look at this. Brighton, Brentford, Arsenal, Norwich, Burnley. Leicester defensively haven't been that great before he gets that difficult run. But if he stays fit, whoa, that's a good differential. Vivek, I don't know why, but I think Pep's going to start Zinchenko. Could do indeed. But that's Pep for you. Crazy says, Ollie's a manager who's fit for Norwegian League, not Premier League quality. I mean, he came in as a caretaker. I just don't know how he's been there 3 years. And I get he's got this culture and stuff like that, but football's about results. I don't care what the players are doing. Are they hugging or eating chips or eating pasta at lunch or patting each other on the shoulder when they do well in training? I don't care. It's a results-earning business. Lampard had to go, unfortunately. Mourinho had to go, for Manchester United. Big managers get the sack. They get the sack. I just don't understand how he's got away with it. Sam says, well, Bruno is constantly performing, even in Champions League. Let's see what happens. El Sakiko between Spurs. Oh, El Sakiko. I read that earlier. Yeah. That's a brilliant one. El Sakiko. Can you imagine if it was a 3-3 or a 4-4? Who are you going to sack? Sam, had Ollie been in Chelsea, he would have been fired in half-time. Forget being fired. I think Abramovich would have come onto the pitch, clipped him one behind the ear and walked him out of the Stamford Bridge Stadium. And Bruno's the only United player that interests me from Game Week 15. Spot on, Ali. Spot on. I'm looking at Bruno myself from Game Week 15, 16, I think it was around that time as well, because I think that's where the fixtures swing. Bruno might be a good shot. And if he's still on penalties, it's going to be great. I love the comment, Crazy. I'm not going to read it out, but I do love it. Just in case any kids are watching, I'm not going to read it. I did like the comment though. On that light note, please hit the like and subscribe button, please. Both go if they draw. I'm not really caring about Nuno. So Ollie needs to go. Hold on. Who's home to? Is it United or? Oh, they're at. I understand they played last week. Yeah. Imagine if they were back at Old Trafford. Whew, that'd have been a spicy one. It's a late kickoff as well. I'm definitely looking forward to that, guys. Just to let you know, I know I said at the start of the stream. If you've missed it, this tomorrow evening I won't be doing a knee jerk due to some family commitments. That's why I haven't done as many videos as I would have liked this week. There's been some stuff going on in the background for me. Everything's well. It's better now. But just wanted to let you guys know tomorrow evening I won't be able to do a knee-jerk reaction, and I'm very sorry for that. But what I've done in case is on Wednesday when I'm free from everything, I'm going to do a live Q&A. So a live Q&A slash kind of knee-jerk reaction to what happens at Game Week 10. So we'll have a good little conversation, and then content will be back. So you'll see like your Game Week preview, your watch list of players, and you'll see my team selection videos back up as well. So just so you guys are aware of that, okay? So I do apologise for not doing it tomorrow night, but definitely we'll do a live Q&A slash knee-jerk Wednesday evening, okay? Ali says, Ollie took a very sick United, but has served his time now. Time to get a proper coach. 100%. Turkish, so Mo, do you reckon I should get Son in? Nuno plays defensive football, so I don't know, but I will probably bring him in for Son. Do you know what the thing about it is? It's not about Nuno's tactics, and it hasn't been the fact that he hasn't done so well recently, but bro, the fixtures from Game Week 12 for Spurs, with that 3.6, I reckon your squad will just look so much stronger with Son in there. UK for Mourinho won trophies with Manchester United, worst team. Of course, look at the Europa team compared to Ollie's team now. Fellaini, Jones, Smalling, Lingard. Point. What a point, UK for. Hit the nail right on the head. Sam says, how many years was Ollie in United? About 10, 12 years for sure. It must not be. I mean, at United, he wasn't there for 10, 12 years, I think. He came a couple of seasons before the 99 Champions League, right? And then he left in 2006-7, I think, or 8. Yeah, 2006-7 he left. He left, yeah. So he was there for about 8, 10 years, I reckon. Also, have you guys heard that news during the week about Benjamin White? Rather, he doesn't like to be called Ben. It's Benjamin White, by the way, guys. So if I do refer to him as Ben White here, do remind me, I do apologize. It's Benjamin White. Sam, how long was Lampard at Chelsea for? I think it was 18 months. It was a whole season. He was gone in January, wasn't he? So about 15 to 18 months. Are there any specific players, guys, before we wait for the lineup? Any specific players you're targeting or you're looking to target over the next couple of weeks? Let me know. Some players I think that we should consider definitely. I mean, I've got Zaha in my squad, but he's not in the starting 11. But he will be next game week. Some players that I'm thinking of considering, I think you should definitely look into as well, is, if you haven't already, is definitely look at Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans has done really well recently. And I think I've overlooked him. I might get Rafinha out for him, but that's not happening. That's not happening just yet. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it. My fingers are twitching. I want to hit the... But I'm looking at it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Sam says, UK, if you really want to compare morals of Chelsea with United. Love it. I mean, imagine if Ollie was Watford manager. How many days do you reckon he'll last? Ali says, if Will Jones, the only United player still there from Ronaldo's first time, probably is. Turkish Mo, give us your score predictions for this game week. All the games, if you don't mind. Of course, this is what I'm here for, Turkish. Let's get the screen up. Right, so you guys can see that. Love it. Sorry. No. Cool. So, Leicester, Arsenal. They're at home, I think 2-1 Leicester. Burnley, Brentford, I think I'll go 1-1. Liverpool, I reckon, will win 4-0. 3-4-0. Against Brighton. City, 3-0. Comfortable. Newcastle, Chelsea. I'm going 1-1. I I think Newcastle will give a good game today. Watford, Southampton. I think Southampton will win 2-1. Spurs United. I think it'll be 1-1. 1-1. Both managers will play not to lose. And I think they'll both be satisfied of not losing against each other. It'll be a stalemate, 1-1. Norwich Leeds. I reckon Leeds will win 2-0. Villa West Ham's a good game. I reckon 2-2. Wolves Everton. Another good game. I reckon 2-1. 2-1 to Everton. That's my predictions for this week, guys. They're probably all wrong. Do you reckon I should message BBC and say, can I please go against Mark Lawrenson 1 week? Let's see who wins. UK for sorry, it's not easy to, but I should. Vivek, I'm thinking of bringing in Tielemans too. He's a good shout, honestly, Vivek. He's played really well. Genius Games is really Chelsea 1-1. Look, the reason why I'm saying 1-1, guys, is the reason why I'm saying this. It's not so Chelsea. Newcastle generally give a good game to Chelsea. There's no Steve Bruce there. There's a new kind of caretaker manager. The crowd's optimistic. The crowd's going to come along another way. Without Lukaku, without Werner, it's a tough place to go and play football. I have seen Newcastle over the years play well against the so-called superior clubs. It's just a prediction. They could lose 6-0. It's football, right? But that's just my inner feeling. I think if Newcastle can take the negativity out of their play, and when there's a new manager, there's a new spark or a bubble. There is. You have to admit that. And I don't think there's that many bad players at Newcastle. I just think that there was a lot of bad atmosphere with the coach, the manager, Steve Bruce, and then you had obviously the owners and Mike Ashley. It was not a nice place. I think now there's a bit more optimism. So that's one of my prediction. I think they'll do well. Turkish, the Newcastle-Chelsea game might either be Chelsea domination 3-0 or something like Mo said, a very tough game and a 1-1 draw. As I said, that's what I'm predicting. It might be full domination from Chelsea, but I think it can be a tough game. Luxury Lifestyle says, when would you use the bench boost mode in a double game week? So bench boost, triple captain, and free hit. I'm looking to use them in all double game weeks. So when a team has a double game week, that's what I'm definitely going to... The bench boost I'm going to play when most teams have double game weeks. The free hit I'm going to use where the so-called certain teams that I like are having good game weeks. And the triple captain is always going to be double game week. 11 out of 11 players going to be my double captain. Triple captain on that one. Sam, sadly, Ollie has Sir Alex Ferguson support. It's true, but after what he said to that UFC boxer, let's see. With that kind of support, every mistake fades away. Spurs United maybe a draw. Let's see what happens against Atalanta. Oh, I bet Ronaldo regrets scoring those goals now, right? Luxury Lifestyle, Chicken Tikka, Mo Salah. That was my name a couple of seasons ago. Vivek, Mo, I had Mo and Salah on my squad last week, but I had Captain Vardy. Let's see how unlucky I am. Vivek, not to worry. Trust me, it'll all get better and it'll be fine this game week. Trust me. Sam, look at Watford. Ranieri came in and they were thrashed by Liverpool. Next game week, they thrashed Everton. Yeah. So what you're trying to say to me, Sam, is United are going to beat Tottenham 5-0? Ali McGregor. Dilly dong, dilly dong. Billabing, billabong. 5 minutes, guys, till we get the news to the lineups. Let's take a breather. Oh. Billabing, billabing. Vivek, Chelsea is the type of team that is suited Tuchel's style. That's everything what happened to Chelsea. I think with Tuchel, he's come in and he's brought his own style. He had a plan, and he stuck to it, and he's delivered. I think one player that gets really overlooked in this whole league for me, is Chelsea's goalkeeper Mandy. I reckon if Kepa was still in goal, I don't think Tuchel would have been as successful. My point, that is. I think Kepa was more of a liability. I think Mendy has been phenomenal. That game against Brentford a couple of game weeks ago, he's played many games like that before. The guy's insane. I don't know if you guys remember when Chelsea beat Man City last season at Stamford Bridge, and he had that amazing game where because he just couldn't stop. They couldn't score past him. Turkish Mo Rogers has confirmed Vardy is not starting today. He has muscle tightness. Oh, what a shame. Looks like Zaha it is for me then. Let me have a look. Hold on. Let me get the fixture screen back on for you. Let me go and have a look at some sources as well. Let's have a look on social media right now. Let's have a look on Twitter. Where did you hear that, by the way? Oh, well, if that is the case, that's such a shame. Can't see it anywhere, buddy. Easy now. Sam says, interesting. I didn't notice that you don't have a single Chelsea defender and you have Wilson. Yes, you gave her. I see on a scale of 1 to 10 how much full line to keep. No, you're not full. Honestly, Ronaldo's amazing. I'm sorry to say, I want to see whose Vardy reactions. Honestly, I'm gonna kill you, Turkish. That's the last time. That's the last time. That's the last time you're doing that to me. But I loved it. Loved it. Love it, mate. Loved it. You got me searching on Twitter, man. I got scared there. Don't do that to me again. Oh, Turkish. That was a bad one. Looks like he bloody tricked us. UK first, Sam Salah, of course. I'm not that crazy. Be back. Turkish, that's a bad one. Never again, don't worry, guys. Turkish, that was so bad. That's so bad. You made Oh, I'm going to kill you. Right, lineups out. Vardy starts. Relief on my face. Schmeichel, Thomas, Soyuncu, Evans, Amati, Castagna, Samori, Tielemans, Madison, Iheanacho, Vardy. Arsenal, Ramsdale, Tavares, Maglias, Ben White starts. Tomiyasu, Saka, Thomas, Lokonga, Smith Rowe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. Apologies for that. So Ben White starts, Vardy starts. Turkish, I hate you. Edinburgh goes, Turkish thinks Heskey's playing for Vardy. Sam, UK, I'll let you into a secret. I'm having Ronaldo too. I don't reveal it and say I have Lukaku instead. Love it, Sam. Luxury lifestyle. Mo versus Mo Salah. Who is a better footballer? If you're talking about me as Mo as a footballer, bro, do you remember back in the day? Like, look, I used to play football in the 90s, right, at school. And did you ever hear of a term called goal hanger? That's me. We're two different players. Salah's more, he's in the game. The guy likes to take on players, showboat. Me, I'm more of a Van Nistelrooy. I'm in that 6 yards box, pretty much offside most of the time. He never used to be offside as much. And I'll open goal, I'll put it in. That's me. Ali, I've seen Mo play. He's another McFred. Nah, man, I'm a goal hanger. Listen, McFred is a guru for me. He's a Brazilian McFred. I'm the British McFred. Luxury. I bet you they made you the goalkeeper. Nah, they never did actually. I never went in goal. I was a goal hanger. I told you. I literally just stood up front offside, waiting for the ball to come in. BX says Inácio scores whenever he starts. He does, honestly. Inácio's pretty decent. He's decent, and he makes Vardy stronger. This is what's really good. I'm glad. I'm happy with the selection by Brendan Rodgers. Cool. So, guys, that's the team released. Been nearly an hour and a half on this stream now, guys. So I'm going to call it a day for now. Best of luck to everyone. I want to say thank you so much for viewing. Thank you, everyone who wishes me the best. I wish everyone the best of luck for this game. I hope everyone does extremely well. I hope all your decisions go well and you guys get the highest points that you guys are aiming for. In addition, if you have any questions, let me know. Contact me on social media. You know where I am. I'll be there to help you guys out. In addition, for me, if you haven't liked the channel, liked the video, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we are growing the family. We've increased today by a handful of more subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button. Be part of the family. Please watch more content with me. And let's have a great season, okay? Hit that code in. Join the FPL Inkling League. We're almost at 600 FPL managers now. We're getting bigger and bigger. Subscribe to FPL Inkling. Like the video. You guys have a great game week. And we'll be in touch again very, very soon. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the weather. The sun's out now. No rain.